What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the GFY Podcast. I'm Deluxe20 alongside D4. Today, we've got another great episode for you guys. If you haven't checked out some of our old ones, you need to go check those out. We're available anywhere you can find a podcast or on the Deluxe4 on YouTube. So make sure you rate it, like it, subscribe to it so that you can hear all the podcast. Today's guest is not only a Twitch streamer, he's also a professional gamer. He's played H1. He's in the works for some Apex Legends stuff coming up. He's going to tell you guys all about it. All the way from Sweden, please help me welcome Stormen.
So, Stormin, what's up, man? I haven't talked to you in a long freaking time, man. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, D4? I'm good, man. I'm
Good.
Long time no see, dude.
Dude, I've seen that you've been super busy. I know you're playing a lot of Apex lately, but, dude, if you guys don't know, Stormin is probably my favorite pro player of all time in any form of game. I found Stormin through a few friends of mine back when he used to play H1Z1. And if you've never watched Stormin, he is the craziest, most creative player you will ever see in gaming. I watched this guy play H1Z1. He was doing things above the curve before anybody else. And then I watched him play Fortnite, and he was doing crazy stuff in there too. I guess, did you take like a break in there or somewhere? Like right when I think Fortnite started, I didn't see you for a while. Did you like take a break or something?
Yeah, I mean, I got into it during the beta, I guess.
Yeah.
Like before it was free to play.
Yeah. And you took a little bit of a break?
Yeah, I played and then I took a break.
Okay.
So I've been off and on.
Yeah, like when you first started, you were probably, I thought you were like one of the top 5 players in Fortnite at the time. Then you took a break, and now you're on Apex. And I saw you started streaming again on Apex, and you're really killing Apex. I thought like the same type of stuff from H1 kind of carried over from Apex. Like you're making some nutty plays. Like I've watched some of your stream highlights that you've been putting up too, and there's some nutty plays that are like 200 IQ stuff that you normally don't see from players. It's like ridiculous. And you probably, if you listen to any of our like videos, probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was always saying this one phrase, I'm coming for that ass. And I got it from Stormin. Stormin would play H1Z1, and all the time he would like get a couple hits on a player, and he's like, I'm coming for that ass. I'm coming for that ass. And so it like caught on with me, man. Every time I jump on the stream, I'm like, I'm coming for that ass. I'm coming for that ass. But
Those
dude,
good old times, yeah.
Dude, good times, man. So, like, how did, like, gaming get started for you? I think I remember this. Me and you talked about this a little bit before. I think you told me you started playing, like, Counter-Strike at, like, a really early age, but I don't know the whole story. Can you track me back, like, when you started gaming and how that all started?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing console and PC gaming ever since I was super young. It was my 2 older brothers that got me into, like, FPS gaming and PC gaming overall.
Okay.
We used to throw like LAN parties at our home, and they got me into Counter-Strike when I was pretty sure I was 8. I started playing Counter-Strike 1.3 at that time. So yeah, ever since then I've been gaming. I've been grinding Counter-Strike mostly, but also Quake. I've been playing Unreal Tournament, all sorts of stuff.
Dude, that was the thing back in the day. Like, playing Quake was, like, one of the first games I remember playing, like, jumping in and really trying to be competitive with it. And then jumping in to CSGO is a crazy upgrade. But did you try to go pro at CSGO, or how far did CSGO kind of take you?
There was this one time, I think it was like 2014, before I started streaming.
Okay.
I was studying, and that was probably the first time I actually tried to go professional
right.
in a game. I didn't really make it because I had to study and all that stuff as well. I didn't really have the time for it.
Right.
But then I quit studying. I moved back home, and I started streaming H1Z1. That's where I got my breakthrough, basically.
Yeah. Like, that was the time for me where I saw you. Like, I guess when you first started streaming, we had a couple friends come watch you, and we had like a small debate. They were like, "Hey, D4, you need to come watch this guy play H1." And like, everybody in his chat thinks that he's cheating. Like, everyone in his chat thinks he's got an aimbot or something. And you would just be sitting there, blah, blah, blah. I remember one clip, and I think you clipped it like a few weeks back. I don't even know. It might have been Respawn, it might have been someone else. And I thought it was you, though. You were drinking, and you two-tapped this kid with one hand while you were drinking on stream. You were like taking a sip, and you just like glanced over like it was nonchalant. Two-tapped this kid, and I was like, oh my god! I was watching that live when it happened, and I was just like, this guy is effing nuts. Like you're like one of the craziest players I ever saw. And I was like, yeah, he's good at H1, and Stormin's a great guy. But will it transfer over to another game? You jump on. I watch you play Fortnite. You killed it at that game. I watch you play Apex. You're one of the top. You're like, whatever you pick up, you put down like one of the best of all time. So, dude, if you've never seen you play, go watch just some highlights, go watch him stream, whatever you got to do, but definitely take time to watch Stormen. If you don't know who Stormen is, anyways, there was a big like controversy at one point about if Stormin is using an aimbot on H1Z1. I remember a lot of people were like trying to come after you about it, and it never showed up like for anything. I was like, dude, this dude's been doing this since day one. What are you talking about? Why do you now just saying, hey, he's aimbotting and he's coming out of the woods with this? But you've been on a couple of pro teams. Weren't you on Echo Fox on H1Z1?
No, I was on Rogue.
You on Rogue? That's what it was. And now you're on Echo Fox, or maybe I'm tripping. Okay, you're on Echo Fox now. Okay, I was getting the two confused. Okay, cool. Now you have a pro Apex team together right now. How many people are in a pro team, and do y'all have like backups or anything like that?
No, yeah, we're 3 people.
Okay.
So it's me, Siki, and Jerk Chicken. Also,
I know Jerk.
You guys I played mostly
on H1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got way back. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured that's like the thing with you. Like, I've noticed this too. Like, you're a very loyal person. You like your friends. You like to stay with your friends, kind of like we did. We always came up with like a group of guys that we kind of stuck with, and we didn't really jump out of the box and like go hang out with other people. And you've kind of done the same. You've had a core group of guys that you trust and the guys that are really good at gaming too, so that's pretty cool too. But I'm glad that y'all all kind of made that. I watched y'all play, I think, probably 2 months ago, jump on Apex, and y'all were running through people like it was nobody's business on Apex. It was crazy times. Yeah. What's great about you though, Stormin, I'll say that more than anybody else, is that you're so laid back. It seems it's like that's how you are, no matter if you're out in public or you are just gaming, you're chilling, and you're very active with the chat. You'll like two-tap people and like, yo, what's up, baby girl, in the chat, and then you're like just bop, 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 take out another couple people, and you're talking to people as you go. Yeah. I don't know how you do it. And all the little, I would love to see, like, I don't know if you've ever done a cam of like your keyboard or have done one of your mouse, but that would be sick to see how fast you do things, because I know you've done one where you had like partial body overhead cam and your mouse movement, because I remember on H1 you used to sling your mouse from one side of your mouse pad to the other just for like a half rotation. You'd be like spinning that thing like a damn cat. You'd be like spin, just for like half a spin or something. It was nuts.
Yeah, I would play very low sensitivity.
Yeah, you were telling me, I think one time on stream, that you would go, if I start my mouse from the left side of my mouse pad all the way to the right, that should be 1/360 or something like that at the time. And you were like, that's how I gauge how far I need to go, and it's pretty cool how you did that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I don't know how to say it in English, but we made that up in today in the stream.
Uh-huh.
Where I do, for a full 360, I do 65 centimeters. I don't know what that is in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just centimeters for us too, but I don't know how they're transferring. Yeah, I don't know what exactly it'd be. But yeah, that's
25 inches.
25 inches, okay.
25 and a half.
Okay.
So about 2 foot.
Yeah.
A little over 2 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was watching him. He had a pretty decent sized mouse pad when he was doing it, and just flicking all the freaking time. Because if you watched him, he wasn't it was just a hand wrist movement. He wasn't doing a lot of arm movement. It was all like hand to wrist, and he was just flicking it all the time. But I thought that was nutty how you were like one of the first people to do that. I'd say one of the first people to do that. One of the first people to show that and stream that at the same time. And a lot of people, you see their face cam or you see their keyboard, but a lot of times with their mouse, you don't see a lot of that. But I thought that was pretty cool too. When you first started gaming, though, Stormin, was Stormin always your name, or did you change your name up throughout the whole thing? Because Stormin's pretty legendary now.
I mean, not really. Stormin comes from my last name, by the way.
Oh, cool. I did not know that. Oh, okay.
So back in the days, my brother, this is on Swedish though, but his nickname is Ekelman, which is kind of like direct translated to like disgusting man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I used to go with. It's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it.
No, do your thing. Take your
time. So there was two Swedish like professional Counter-Strike players that was called. They were brothers, and they were called Valle and Mini Valle, basically. Mm-hmm. So my brother was Ekelman, so I went with Mini Ekel.
Okay.
Just to like kind of copy them.
Yeah.
They were my favorite players back then. So that was the nickname I went with the longest.
I got you. It's like kind of Ogre 1 and Ogre 2 back in the Halo days. Did you ever watch them?
No, I never played that.
Oh, you never played Halo? Dude, you would have been sick at that game too, because that was the game that was coming out, dude.
It was console. I can't play that.
Oh yeah. I forgot. You're all like PC all the time. You're a grinder, dude. I like it. But they did have Halo 1 for PC, and we had a lot of friends growing up that liked to play that as well. We had one of our friends. He called himself pro. I don't know if he ever was pro, but he was pretty dang good. And D20 and I tried to get into Halo 1 for a little bit on PC, because that was like the very first PC game I ever played. But I bought my PC to play DayZ more than I did anything else. Yeah. And so we got into Counter-Strike really late, too. But by that time, you were already killing it in the scene, and then jumping over the H1 was my first competitive like BR game that I ever played, I guess. So that was pretty cool too, and I fell in love with it because Arma 2 had came out. Did you ever play the Arma 2 BRs and stuff?
I never really got into AC at all.
Yeah.
Arma.
Yeah, that kind of like with lyric streaming that stuff kind of got me into that, like watching it, and then I wanted to play it. And because he was doing the DayZ grind, then he went to Arma 2 and did that BR stuff, and I thought that was pretty sick how the whole thing came together. And then like the Hunger Games movies were out and stuff like that, so it was like a bang, bang, bang. Then Minecraft came out, and it was just one thing after another. So that whole genre blew up. But yeah, ever since then, I had been watching people like you and trying to mimic what you do, but there ain't no mimicking people. Some people just got it and some people don't, and you're definitely one of the guys that definitely have it. But if you notice also, guys, if you're listening to the podcast, Stormin is Swedish. So do you still live in Sweden?
Yeah, I'm back in Sweden now.
Okay. Did you move in between with all this gaming stuff, or how'd that work?
Yeah, so we, me and my fiance, moved to Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pro League.
Okay. Did you like it in Vegas, or?
I mean, we were there for almost a year. I don't really like Vegas.
Yeah, it seems like that would be a crazy city to move to. Like, I don't even want to go to Vegas, and I'm from the U.S., because it seems like that's like crazy hustle bustle. It seems like it would be the craziest part of the city and like the most like poor part of the state, all in one place, all at the same time. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, it was sick being at the strip and all, just seeing all that stuff. But it's fun for 2 days.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not so much.
Yeah, I can see that totally, man. With your like stuff coming up, like so you move back to Sweden, you can do Apex online as far as competing. Do you have any Apex tournaments coming up, or is there anything going on in the Apex community? Because I'm not really in touch with it so far.
I've heard some rumors about tournaments happening, but it's going a bit slow at the moment. I'm not really invited to anything. We haven't really heard anything official. So
okay.
Hopefully soon, but
just nothing right now.
Yeah.
I got you. as far as like your team goes, what do y'all just scrim all the time, or y'all just individuals right now? How is it working as far as the team pro team goes? 'Cause I know a lot of people that listen to this want to know about the pro stuff and how like a life of a pro gamer works, because a lot of people have that ambition to go into that.
No, yeah, absolutely. So right now on Apex, it's kind of weird because we don't have any like private servers or custom servers or anything.
Okay.
So it's basically like we do these like snipe scrims basically, we're all in a Discord, and there's one guy like calling down B21 and everybody joins at the same time.
Yeah, so it's kind of like backyard stuff right now, huh?
Yeah, it's not the best practice, but we do actually get pretty good lobbies with like 20 teams sometimes. So
oh, cool.
It's still pretty good.
How are y'all faring so far? Y'all doing pretty well?
What'd you say?
How are y'all doing so far in those scrims? Y'all place pretty high?
We do all right. We haven't really been been tracking score that much.
Oh, okay. Y'all just try to get in and get some practice?
Yeah, mostly just practicing.
I got you. Now they have season 2 coming out in Apex, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be in
Is there any big changes coming? Have you heard?
There's a ranked mode coming out, so it's going to be from Bronze to Apex Predator, I think. That's going to be pretty cool. Just like get another mode that you can play instead of just like quick play, basically.
They're calling it Apex Predator?
Yeah. Bronze to Apex Predator. That's the highest rank.
For me, Apex Predator was a dude back in the Call of Duty days that used to make montages and stuff. Did you ever know about that? You ever see Apex Predator or any of those? Like Optic
No,
Predator?
I never watched any Call of Duty. I never played Call of Duty.
Okay. I got you. Like Call of Duty was what we kind of grew off of and we came up from, and so yeah, that was like, I mean, it's all console stuff again, so I guess I'm barking up the wrong tree there. But yeah, that was the scene back in the day on YouTube. Now I've noticed that your YouTube has done very, very well too. Is Apex carrying over like H1 did? Because I know you were one of the highest guys on YouTube when it came to getting H1 views, and you were killing it for a while with doing like little cut ups and highlights and stuff. Is Apex doing real well for you?
Yeah, I did really good on H1, but on Apex, I mean, I took kind of a break when I was in Vegas.
Right.
I didn't really stream for almost a year actually. I didn't really stream. I didn't have any game that I really wanted to grind on stream.
Yeah.
So right now it's not going super well on the YouTubes. It's more about Twitch right now.
Okay. And that is something that I think you and I relate really well to, Stormin, is you got into the scene, you blew up, you did very well in H1, then you decided, hey, dude, I'm burnt out, because you used to give out like 6, 7, 8 hours on a daily basis streaming H1Z1, and that came to, I think, at the very end of it, you were just like, guys, I am kind of burnt out. I might be on tomorrow. I might not be on tomorrow. And then you took that break, and I respect that more than anything. You just didn't do it because it was income. You did it because you love to play the game, or you wanted to grind the game, and that is what you wanted to do. And I think the same for us. We were like, people wanted to play this game, and this game, and this game. Well, we wanted to play this game, and this game, and this game because it was beneficial to us. We liked playing the game. We weren't getting tired of it. We weren't getting burnt out. And so I respect the shit out of that you came in and said, I don't want to play these games. I don't like these games. I'm not going to sit here and stream these games that I don't like. So I respect the hell out of that, man. That's awesome that you said it's not all about the money. It's about me and my health, my mental attitude towards it. Plus, I mean, having a fiance, you got to think about other people besides yourself as well. So there's a lot of things in there that go. So a lot of what I'm getting at basically is a lot of streamers would just grind it through, push it out, and say, I'm going to do this because my stream wants me to do that. And there's so much pressure at being a top player and being on Twitch or YouTube or whatever it might be, there comes a lot of stress with that. I know some people deal with anxiety, some people deal with that on a daily basis, and I've went through some of those patches as well. Like, you feel like it's a never-ending cycle, a never-ending wheel, where you have to say, I got to stream today, or I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I got to stream today, or I'm going to lose this many subs, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, that's kind of why I stuck to H1 for so long, because I had such a huge passion for H1. Like, I really enjoyed the game, and it was kind of the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Fortnite came out, for example, I switched over to that. I kind of expected it to be the League of Legends of BR, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, the BR game. I was averaging maybe 3 to 4K viewers on Fortnite when it first came out.
Yeah.
But then I quit Fortnite because I didn't really enjoy it. Like, it would have been good for my stream, but I didn't enjoy it, so I didn't stick with it.
Yeah, you were one of the biggest ones at the beginning. I remember, because I was getting really decent views on it. And I was trying to get into it before the building really took off, and you were like number 1, 2, or 3. That's before some of these guys really got took off. I believe, and this may be just me, I believe you could have been one of those guys, those elite guys that got on to go on to build your stream and your brand way, way bigger. But you decided, hey, I don't like this game, so I'm not going to play it, and that's basically up to you, and I respect the shit out of it. So that's good stuff right there. But I feel you on the whole H1 thing. Like, DayZ was a game for me, which I had built a community around. I had been highly invested in it. I felt like I was letting the game down if I didn't play it or put videos out on it or whatnot. And I felt the same for you on H1. I felt like you carried the torch for so long for that company, for that game, and it was just a game that you almost feel like it's your baby or something. You feel like it's you hold the key to how well it does or how long it stays around. Yeah. So I feel you on that.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. But D20, you got a couple things you want to ask Stormin about gaming and stuff? Go ahead, I'll let you jump in, because I've been taking up all the airspace.
Oh, no, you're good. I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, about having older brothers and kind of getting into it because of your older brothers. Were y'all pretty competitive between you and your brothers?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's where my competitionness, I don't know how to say it, comes from. We've also been doing a lot of sports on the side, like football, soccer, as you would say.
Yeah, it's soccer, yeah. Right. Yeah. By the way, I beat your ass at soccer, by the way. I beat the shit out of you. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's where I got my competitiveness from my brothers. I don't think if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't still be gaming or playing competitive, at least.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I grew up with an older brother and a younger brother and stuff, and so, yeah, it's definitely, like, you can see the difference between, like, kids that grow up just being, like, the only child. Like, a lot of them just don't have that competitive edge unless their parents are just, like, pushing them all the time. Because, like, a lot of times nowadays, like, you have, if it's, like, an only child or something, their parents just let them win at everything, when they're playing against them for something, or, like, playing board games or something.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you have an older sibling like this, show no mercy on you, It's like you either learn and get better or just get the shit kicked out of you.
I ain't gonna let my kid win it.
Right?
Oh, man, that's what it's all about. Like,
kick him in the head, kick him while he's down. He ain't beat me at checkers. I don't care. I don't give a crap what it is.
Exactly.
I'm beating his ass.
Coming for that ass.
We're coming for that ass.
Yeah. So you've been doing the competitive scene kind of stuff for a while, but what was it like at the first time that you kind of got like in front of a huge crowd, like to do?
No, it was crazy. I mean, it started with H1Z1, and I don't think it took a very long time for me to actually like figure out that this is something that I'm actually pretty good at,
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for my stream, I don't think I would be playing professionally, because that's such a such a good way to get your name out there, you know?
Yeah, there was a huge push for you. They were picking up players and putting them on different teams, and your name came up all the damn time. I think I was one of the people on Twitter going, "Hey, where's Stormin at, bro? Because y'all are missing out on the best player in Sweden. So you definitely got to pick this guy up." But yeah, go ahead.
100%. So like the way I got picked up is basically I was streaming and I was good at H1. So there was these two guys, Inboxes and Tiump, who
love both those guys. By the
got
way.
into my stream. Yeah, they're great guys. I love them. But they got into my stream and they were like watching me, and one day Tiump messaged me and said that he wanted to talk to me on TeamSpeak, and they like picked me up for Rogue. And ever since then, I've been with Rogue. I think early 2016 when I got in, and then just now is when I switched to Waco Fox.
Yeah, you're too loyal, man. You're so loyal to everybody. I just feel like you could have been on any damn team you wanted to at any damn time you wanted to, by the way.
I mean, they were family, man.
I know. I
really
get it.
them, so.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I'm the same way. That's why I say that, because I'm the same damn way. If I got picked up by mom and pop Walmart, and then some big, Microsoft came in and said, "I want you." I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm sticking with Walmart over here, like mom and pop store. I'm down." Like maybe later I'd be like, "Yeah, I will shake hands with you," but basically I'm sticking over here with my boys. Yeah. I get it.
Nah, so yeah, that's how it started. I don't know.
That's cool. But so like when you get in front of that crowd, I mean, how does it compare to playing like sports? I don't know if you played sports in front of very large crowds. I don't know, where all you played or whatever, but was it anything like that, or is it just like completely whole nother level kind of stuff?
I mean, I never really played in front of a big crowd before this competitive definitely the sickest moment I've been through though is at TwitchCon, like at that arena. I've never experienced anything like that.
How'd you do in that, by the way?
Now we we did pretty terrible.
Y'all sucked it up. Come on, Stormin. Get your shit together.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Right.
No, it was fun, but yeah, we didn't do well.
That's fine.
I think we never got to the finals. I think it was top 4 who got into the finals. It was 2 groups, and I think we got 5th or 6th in our group.
Dude, they dropped you. Was robbed. They ain't bought and stuff. Shit. Yeah, I know how it is. Yeah.
Hackers, man.
Yeah, hackers, bro, hackers. Oh man, but yeah, like as far as like the competitive scene goes, we talked to Audnall last week, and he talked a little bit about the H1 scene and kind of how it went down at the end, and not a lot of people were happy with it, and how people started splitting off. What piqued your interest so much about Apex and jumping into that scene? Because again, Fortnite is a game that you pass up on. That was everybody's played it. Like my grandma's played Fortnite. Like everyone has played Fortnite. Why pass up on Fortnite and pick up Apex?
Because Fortnite isn't about aiming. Fortnite isn't about shooting.
You ain't wrong. Preach.
I grew up with competitive shooter games like Counter-Strike, Quake, Unreal Tournament, all those, and I had the world record on solos on Fortnite in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But as soon as people started building, this game isn't for me. Like I wanna have aiming.
Same, brother.
In a shooter game. So with Apex coming out, it really struck my passion again. It kind of got me back into grinding and actually enjoying grinding a video game again, because it has these aspects that Quake has. Like it's super fast. It's kind of like arena shooters, as well as being a BR that I really enjoy coming from H1Z1. So Apex is probably the game that's most suited for my playstyle, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think you're a slayer for sure, and I felt the same way about Fortnite. When the building kind of took off and people started doing some crazy stuff with it, my kill ratio went down big time. I was doing decent at first. I was getting close to 10 kills on wins, and it was like that wasn't like crazy, but that was pretty good. It was like one of the top, up there players, and now 10 kills is nothing pretty much because you have to build. People are getting probably 16, 17, 18 on average, but everybody knows how to build. Like the lowest player on the platform knows how to build, and I can't build with anybody. I went back and played it. I've won a couple games from the ground, but once people start building, I'm done. Like I'm literally done. Like there's too many shortcuts and things that you have to adjust to, and people griping about they've taken out every counter to building, and so it really doesn't help a player like me out. Well, they brought back like the drum gun, they have some stink grenades, and that helps out a little bit, but most of the stuff that we use to break down some of those buildings is not there anymore. They have kind of encouraged building more than anything else. They made it quicker and easier for people to build. People have the craziest setups on their mice. It's freaking crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it became a build off instead of a BR. It was more about building than it was getting kills.
Yeah, I don't like it. I actually installed Fortnite just a couple of days ago again after having not played it in like a year. Right. And I went into a solo and I started shooting at a guy, and like instantly, not even 2 seconds, he was freaking 4 stories up and had a fortress around it. Like, I just can't take it.
Yeah, they have like easy mode now where you just click 2 buttons and you got 4 walls and a roof on top of you, dude. It's no joke. It's crazy. And people with their edits and whose wall is this and whose ramp is that. I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid, but it's too messed up.
We're too old.
We're too old. Apex though is super fun. When it first came out, I picked it up and I played it nonstop, and I've watched some of the guns that you use and some of the play styles that you have, and some of the guns that I threw away as trash, you use on a daily basis to take shots and knock people out. Yeah, your aiming accuracy is probably the best I've ever seen. Maybe I don't watch enough people, but I've watched you, so the best aiming accuracy I've ever seen. So it is what it is, but yeah, I hope that Apex really takes off for you, Stormin. I think you deserve it, man. There's so much. There's so many people out there that do it for the wrong reasons, and you do it for all the right reasons. And dude, I've been just an admirer of you and tried to be a friend of yours, and I love the hell out of you. Just basically what I'm trying to tell you. I want people to love you as much as I love you because you're just a good dude. There's a lot of people in the industry that are fake. There's a lot of people that want you and want to be your friend for this reason and that reason, and you've been nothing but chill with me. You've been nothing but cool with me. You've always done things for the right reasons, and there's not enough people like you out there anymore. Everybody, it seems nowadays, is doing it for the wrong reasons if you've done everything for the right reasons. And I always have the saying, the good guys a lot of times finish last, but every once in a while, man, people find people and it just kind of takes off. And I hope again that your career takes off again to another height. Now, you're doing great now. I'm not saying you're not doing great because you are. You're doing way better than my ass, but you are, I think, the guy that can handle all of the fame, the stardom, all that stuff, and do a good job at it and not just throw it all down the trash or change who you are, because I think you are one of the top-tier gamers and top-tier people in our gaming industry that people need to see a lot more. So, dude, I just appreciate you for that, for sure.
Thank you very, very much, man.
Hey, no problem, man. I hope everything's going good with outside of gaming world, too. I know you got a fiance. I know of her, and I know you probably don't want to just yell out all of her stuff, but that's good. Are y'all thinking about having any kids or anything anytime soon, or y'all going to wait for a while? We'll see. Little Stormin's running around. Stormin Jr., come on, baby.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I got you, man. But was she cool? Is she from Sweden? Or is she from... Okay, she's from Sweden.
Yeah,
okay, cool. That worked out real well. That's awesome. And there was one more thing I was going to ask you about as far as the pro stuff goes, and I totally forgot what it was. Maybe it'll come to my mind here in a minute. I've been doing a lot of that lately. But when you turned, gaming in from a hobby to a job, was that crazy to you that you could make a lot of money from streaming and just stream all day, and that's your job? Was that just like life changing you? Because for me, my first paycheck from YouTube was $125, and I thought I was going to the bank rich as hell.
Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of a, I don't know how to say it in English, but so I was studying game design, as I said, and I quit that because I didn't enjoy it, and I moved back to my parents' home, and I started streaming there. And for about a year, I couldn't really live off it.
Mm-hmm. So what did you do in the meantime? Did you have a job at all, or did you have another job?
No, I just streamed.
Okay, cool.
I just went back to my parents, and I said that this is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy. This is my passion.
What did they say? Because a kid from Sweden trying to play this weird game called H1Z1, what did your parents say about that?
Nah, they're super helpful, and they just, how do I say it? Like,
super supportive?
Yeah, supportive, exactly.
They're supportive. That's good, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, I can see that it's super scary for them, for me to quit the studying. I quit my job to study, and then I quit the studying to basically
pursue that.
Yeah, to basically move back home. I had a great apartment in Stockholm, capital Sweden.
Yeah.
And everything, and then I just kind of gave that up. I still have my apartment when I back to my parents though, but
yeah,
I can see that it's scary for them for me to move back and just give kind of everything up just to do my passion, but they're super supportive of it.
What do they say now that like you've kind of made it? I mean, you've had this for a job for a couple of years now. Like, what do they say now?
Not yet. I think my stepdad is probably my biggest fan. Like he keeps track of everything. He's even keeping track of everything better than I am, basically.
Really?
Like,
that's
he
awesome.
links me tweets of everything. So it's amazing. Super supportive, and I'm super grateful.
That's awesome, man. I did not know that. That's pretty cool though. That's really cool.
Yeah, so you said that you quit your job to go study or whatever. What were you doing before you went back to school?
I was technical support at Apple.
No, really?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed, by the way. That's awesome. Like Stormin here.
You turn it off and turn it back on?
Yeah, was that your normal thing?
That was literally it.
Did you turn it off, turn it back on? All right, you're good. All right, see you. Have a good day. Did that pay pretty good or what? Like, what are we talking money-wise?
It wasn't very good. I'd say on a good month, maybe $2,000.
That's not horrible, though.
Nah,
I mean,
it's not
that's not great. Don't get me wrong, but that's not horrible. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Did you have to go to like a call center, or could you do that from like your house?
Nah, it was a call center.
Okay, yeah. Call center. Okay. So, like, do you have to dress up? Are you like in a suit and tie, sitting there with a telephone, like seven telephones around?
I was chilling with a hat and everything.
Okay. You had like a cubicle, or what are we talking here?
Yeah, cubicle.
my man.
Wearing your jorts to
yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty cool, dude. By the way, if you've never seen Stormin, he has one of the most iconic looks. He has like one of the best mustache. He does have the best mustache on Twitch. Yeah. By the way, if you've never seen this guy, he has one of the best, and he's grown it out before, and he gets some curls in that mug. He's got the wax and all that stuff going.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but I'm saying you did. Yeah, at one point. Has anybody ever seen you in Sweden and like stop you out in the middle of nowhere, like you go to the store or something?
Not a lot. It happened when I just blew up on H1 and I had a lot of viewers on Twitch, but not so much anymore, but maybe 5 times.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good out in public though. Yeah, I figured like you have the most iconic look though, like a lot of people would say, "What's up, man?" So, yeah.
I don't go outside though. So.
Yeah. You should definitely like copyright that mustache though, man. Like it is it's you, man, for sure.
Yeah.
That is when I think mustache, it's you.
Mustache?
I don't know, but you can. We can try.
I don't think you can. But, yeah.
We'll find out. But dude, that's awesome though. Like that you've actually been seen out in public and people know who you are and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really great when people come up. I had 2 kids come up at me one time and they wanted to take my pictures.
That's cool.
Really?
That's cool. Did you get a lot of people come to you in like the event and stuff too, or no?
Yeah, at events, there's a lot of people coming up. I was especially at DreamHack Summer here in Sweden.
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all have it there.
Yeah.
Y'all have it in Stockholm, don't you?
No, it's maybe 3 hours
From Stockholm? Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Do you live, like, I don't want to dox you or anything, but do you live close to Stockholm, or are you far away from it now?
Not anymore. I just moved actually to my hometown 4 months ago, I think.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Good deal. Now that, like, everything's kind of settled, you have your Apex Pro team, where are you going to go next? Are you going to continue to stream? Are you going to play it by ear, day by day? Are you going to try to see how far this Apex thing takes you? Like, what's your plan next up?
It's gonna be mostly. I'm gonna be focusing on streaming mostly, and hopefully Apex takes off the way it did in the beginning,
Right.
with competitive stuff and like content wise and all that stuff. So mostly just streaming and try to grow that again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to have a problem with it for sure, because I think people can kind of see your skill. You're very active in the chat, probably a little bit too active if you ask me while you're playing. That probably affects the shit out of you sometimes, but you've killed it while doing it, so I don't know how you do it. Do you and this is just like a personal question for me, do you still have all the notifications that you used to with the rainbow song from the unicorns or whatever? What was the stupid song?
I do actually, yeah.
Do you? Yes, it's still there. And then do you have that a mustache?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I love it. Keep that forever, because I love that.
I don't have the same like animations.
Yeah,
but I do have the same song.
Good. Keep them, man, because those are my favorites. Like when I hear that stuff, I'm like, that's Stormin. Like those can't be with anybody else. They can't be on any other videos or any other people can have them. It's only Stormin, because those are yours, man, for sure. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. All right, D20, you want to go ahead and we're going to jump into some games right now, Stormin. These games, I'm going to let D20 kind of explain what's going on. They're pretty simple, but I'll let him explain it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a couple of games, and it's not really like a game you have to play. Like, we're just gonna ask you some questions, and you just kind of answer it. We just have like some stuff already, like typed up and ready to ask. So it's kind of some stuff that we ask everybody on the first one, and then the second one you'll have. Well, I'll explain it when we get to it. So the first one we call "What Are You Digging?" and that's basically just like, what are some things that you're into right now? So the very first one that we're going to ask you about is, what food can you not get enough of right now? So what's something that you're eating all the time?
Big Macs.
Really?
Big Macs?
Dude, you're like the skinniest guy in the world.
Oh,
you need to eat like 19.
Not anymore, okay?
Whatever, dude.
He's got a fiance now. She would fatten him up, huh?
Yeah, fiance, and I was living in America for you.
Oh yeah, true. We got you messed up. Like, how much of a difference is the food in America to the food in Sweden? Is it like super crazy with the sugars and the portion sizes?
Not really. It's more the fact that you have Uber Eats. And then it's super easy to get it delivered in like 50 minutes.
Was that your thing? Was McDonald's your thing? You order?
Oh my god! I'd say one too many Big Macs.
What do we have that you don't have?
That's hard. I mean, we have McDonald's and all of those stuff.
But you'll have some different items, right?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the
like,
same.
In Germany, they have like chicken wings at McDonald's, and we don't have that. And then there's like different kind of burgers and stuff in Japan and all that different stuff. Yeah.
No, yeah. Okay. I think Sweden and America is
pretty easy.
It's pretty
okay.
similar. Yeah.
Okay.
We do have better burgers.
Well, I don't doubt it, because I think your beef quality it has to be higher than ours. I think ours is like, it goes dog food, then McDonald's burgers.
Big Macs.
Yeah. I think yours is higher, bro.
only thing, maybe Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell might be in between that. Yeah, the FDA might mess that up a little bit. Did you ever eat Taco Bell while you were here?
No, I didn't. No.
don't start now. I mean,
I've heard some bad shits about it.
Yeah,
let's
exactly, man. You're good. All right, good question. Go ahead. Next one.
Well, real quick. So your fiance, is she a pretty good chef? Does she cook stuff, or y'all kind of eat out all the time?
I cook. She does not.
My man. He's a real housewife. That's what I'm talking about. I knew you were, Stormin. I knew it.
Stay at home Stormin over here. All right. So the next one. Right now, what is your chill game? Like, if you're not streaming and you just want to hop on and just kind of chill out for a little while, what game would you play?
I'd probably say Path of Exile at the moment. Kinda dig that. I don't really play it that much anymore. So right now it's mostly just Apex. But before that, Path of Exile. And I will be playing, WoW Classic that comes.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Good
All
stuff.
right, so
I'll check that out.
The next one, what YouTube channels or other people's streams do you watch?
Ooh, I don't really watch YouTube that much, but mostly just like cooking stuff, Swedish cooking stuff.
You're getting old, dude. You're getting old. Holy shit.
I am actually, yeah.
Holy shit.
Cooking,
Is that your passion?
I actually wanted to study, to become like a chef. I don't know if you study. I'm a chef.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, culinary school.
Yeah. But if I'm not streaming, I'm probably going to be a chef.
Okay, how do you like your steak then? Are you a medium rare, medium? Well, what are you?
I'm more on the well done side.
Really?
But I don't do it well done. I do it medium well.
Well, dude, you got pretty much burnt toast, dog. Me and D20 are like in the rare stage, man. We like medium rare.
No,
I like it bleeding, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
You gotta get that crust on the outside.
Yeah, I agree. The sear, it has to be there. I'm agreeing with you on that one. That's good stuff, man.
All right, so the last one on the What Are You Digging is what music would be on your all-time playlist? So what's some bands or some songs that you would have on your all-time playlist?
That's a tough one. There's this one band called Bon Iver that I really enjoy. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain that.
Is it rock? Or is it like...
No.
Okay.
Or kind of, I guess, like indie rock, pop, mixture.
I can see that from you, Stormin. Some weird ass band that only plays 3 songs at a kid's birthday party. Yeah. You're loving it. You're eating that shit up.
He just goes to kids' birthday parties and just like lighter in the front.
Just kind of like chill music, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that from you for sure.
Yeah, Bon Iver is my favorite band.
Gotcha.
Right, cool.
I like it.
All right, so the next game that we're going to get into is called To the Curb. And basically what it is I'm going to give you 3 options, and you're going to kick one to the curb, which means which one of those 3 would you get rid of. Yeah, so you have 3 choices. You have to get rid of one. Okay. All right, so the very first one, we're going to stick with the Swedish. Okay, this one's going to be called Swedish. So your 3 that you have to choose from is Swedish fish, Swedish massage, and Swedish meatballs. Which one would you get rid of?
Swedish fish, is that a candy?
Yeah, the candy, the little red candies. Yeah.
Okay. Probably Swedish fish then.
Dude, people are gonna hate you. People love those things. They're like go crazy over them.
We don't even eat it in Sweden.
I figured. Yeah, it's an American thing. Yeah, exactly. But people go crazy over here over them. Like, what's the deal? They put them in the bottom of like drinks and stuff.
I remember, like we ate it. Probably like 20 years ago, we got it in the bag, and you got it because you felt obligated to get the Swedish fish. But no one really
as a Swedish, in Swedish, to get it.
Yeah, so I don't think I know a single person who actually gets it.
By the way, while we're on the topic of the Swedes, do you ever play Swedish CS:GO, or you wait to the last 30 seconds to plant the bomb, man? We used to do that shit all the time. What we do is we wait to like the last 25 seconds of a round and then go rush a bomb site and plant the bomb. We call it.
The enemies get really angry.
Yeah, they get really pissed because like they've been waiting all that time.
Like, hide out
Tryharding, guys.
We do that on,
Sweating noobs.
Yes,
yeah, we do it on COD too. Like on S&D, we just like hide out and then like last 30 seconds, like we rush over there and plant it.
Yeah, that was our thing back in the day, man. Anyways.
All right, so your next one is a dream home. So you're going to have 3 different dream homes. Which one would you definitely not like? All right, so the first one is a beach house in Malibu, California. So you're out overlooking the beach. The next one, a penthouse in New York City.
So like an apartment.
Yeah, like a big apartment. And then the last one is a farmhouse in the French countryside.
I want to curb stomp the penthouse in New York City.
Dude, me too. I mean, I'm a beach or farm person, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know that I could live in New York City. Like, it's just so many people. Like, it's...
I want to drive my
I've never
vehicle.
been there, but...
Have you not? I haven't either. So
I haven't either,
I'm with you.
but I mean, like, you think, like, the
That's the
population of New York City is, it's like, bigger than a lot of states in the U.S.
Is it?
So it's just crazy.
I just moved to my hometown. It's like 30,000 people there. That's
pretty decent size, yeah. That's not too bad.
I feel like 30 to 60,000 is like the perfect sweet spot because you have like, I mean, it's a big enough place to have, you know, like your fast food restaurants and stuff like that, but it's also not where you're like always sitting in traffic and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
All right. So our next one is BR, so different battle royales.
I think I know where he's going with this one.
Yeah, I think I do too. Like I said, these were made up before, so but anyway, it is Apex, H1Z1, and Fortnite.
Ooh, right now though, because H1's pretty dead. But I'm gonna say I'd probably enjoy playing H1 still more than Fortnite.
Yeah, because it brings you back, dude. I went back to DayZ like a couple months ago, and it's still fun. You still have all the memories, so it takes you back to a good place. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Like with H1, like I even, like, I don't know, I really miss like the the first map that they had before they redid the map. Like, cause, I mean, we played like the survival game on there, so like I knew like every inch of that map, like inside and out. And then like the new map came out and we weren't playing it as much then. And so like I never even really learned the new map a lot, like all of it anyway. But like I remember playing the first H1 map. And it's like we knew where everything was. Like we could, it's like where you at? And like you tell them, like, oh, I know exactly where you're at. You know?
Yeah.
I think they're actually dropping a new map pretty soon.
If it ain't the old one, I don't give a shit. But I do like listen, like H1. They were so great to me. I can't say anything bad about them. Like they really did treat me very, very well. They sent me stuff at Christmas every year. They have always been super nice to me, asking me stuff, and so I can't say anything bad. You actually have an item in H1Z1, don't you, Stormin?
I do, yeah, the mustache bandana.
Mustache bandana.
Yeah, man, that's good shit, dog. I bet that thing's worth like $5,000 on the Steam market right now, isn't it?
It's probably like one cent.
We have a skin on like Golf with Your Friends, and mine's literally like 2 cents.
Yeah, they're like 3 cents.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
But hey, we got something in the game, so we're gonna do.
Hey.
All right, so the next one, kind of going along with that same thing, is facial hair. So you got to get rid of one of these: either mustache only, full beard, or goatees. Which one would you get rid of?
The goatee.
Get rid of the goatee. So either
it's a
full
weird
beard
look
for you or the mustache.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you get a real thick beard, Stormin. Like I'm talking like Mountain Man, dude. That'd be sick.
Like Dado.
Yeah, like Dado, dude, for sure. He's got you see where he shaved his off, right?
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though.
Yeah, it is.
Kinda
He's young. He's young as shit now. Yeah. You getting a little gray in yours, by the way, Stormin?
Not yet.
Nah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
We're using that just for me there. Get in there. So, do you use any kind of products in your mustache?
Yeah, I
beard
use
oils or anything.
I use beard oil every time I shower, and then wax whenever I wanna
Make it look nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, going out on the town to McDonald's.
Get some Big Macs, this man
whenever
right
I'm
here.
getting a Big Mac.
Taking the fiance to McDonald's.
I think I get that special sauce.
All right, our last one is we called it gaming preference. So this is 3 different ways playing games, and you got to kick one to the curb. The first one on stream, so you kind of interacting with your chat and all that kind of stuff. The second one just chilling out, so like not streaming, not recording, just playing. And then the last one is in front of a big crowd, like at a pro gaming thing.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd probably get rid of the crowd, honestly.
Yeah, so I mean, I've never played in front of a big crowd, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, D4, I don't know if he would rather be in front of a big crowd or whatever, but yeah, I would definitely, of those choices, I would definitely do that.
Nowadays, it gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety to play just chilling now. I don't know why. Like, I used to love playing by myself and all that, but now I feel like if I'm not streaming, I'm not doing something productive. And so I always just turn on the stream, even if I'm playing Dead by Daylight, Rust, whatever. I'm doing it just to open up so I can talk to people and feel like I'm actually getting something accomplished. Yeah.
All right, well, that'll do it for our games. So now here at the last part, kind of what we do is we just give you a minute, 2 minutes, however long you want, and you'll just kind of promote anything that you got going on, promote your streams, promote whatever that you want to talk about on the podcast, and so it's all yours, whatever you'd like to talk about.
I don't really have that much to say. I don't feel like I need to promote anything, just that I'm streaming every day at Stormin on Twitch.
Is there a time that you always stream at?
No, I don't have a schedule at the moment, but it's usually European times.
Okay. So. Well, yeah, I'll do it for him. Stormen, he streams a lot. He's going to be probably playing Apex most of the time, but if you go in there, he will probably notice you. He's super good about catching up with his chat and talking about stuff. If you have any gaming questions, I've went in there and bugged the shit out of him before and said, hey, Stormin, why do you do this? What do you do this for? Like, what are you doing now? Blah, blah, blah. Why do you use this gun? He answers all these questions, and he'll give you, instructions and, tutorials and shit. Like, he's literally moved his camera around so I can see different things and do different things. So, I don't know if he does that anymore, but he used to do this shit all the time with me. So he's one of the most nicest guys you'll ever meet. He really does care about his community and does a really good job of playing. You'll always be entertained. This man drops crazy numbers. He's nuts. He's nuts. Go by and watch him at any point in time. Follow him on Twitter. He tweets out some stuff too here and there. He's not super, super active on Twitter, but when he tweets out, it's meaningful. So definitely check that out as well. But yeah, my boy Stormin, dude, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. I appreciate it. I know you're a guy that's always super busy, always doing something with your time. So I thank you for taking time out to come on the GFY podcast, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, dude.
It was fun.
Yeah. Hey, if you need anything, Stormin, let me know, man. I got you. Even if it's hey, man, you mind, calling in some Big Macs for me at McDonald's? I'll hook you up, homie. Hit me up. I got you, all right?
Okay.
Just to Uber Eats some stuff all the way to Sweden.
I'll hold you to that.
Hey, come on, man. I got you. But thanks, Stormin. I appreciate you, man. You'll always be one of my favorite gamers of all time, dude. I hope that you have nothing but success in the future. And thanks again, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next time on the GFY Podcast. See you guys.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. Another GFY podcast in the books. Thank you guys so much for coming along. I want to thank Stormin for stopping by. Also, my co-host, Deluxe4. I want to thank D1 of Aquavibe, who made our intro and outro music. And remember, wherever you're listening to this podcast, make sure you leave a 5-star rating or a comment or subscribe or thumbs up, whatever it is, just so we can get this out to more people because we enjoy doing this. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this as well. We'll see you guys next time on the GFY Podcast.